Hi, hello everyone. So let's start discussion on very important document which is a product requirement document for a product manager, which is a part of the course which I am providing for you guys free of cost. That is a project manager role for the regtech and the fintech industry. So the most important and the key document or the owner of this document is a product manager. So while you are working as a project manager in product manager in any organization, so you should know what is a product requirement document, what is the key components of the product requirement document, what are the challenges you are going to face while creating the product requirement document, and the introduction of the product requirement document, and how to prepare the product requirement document. So that's why I'm creating this video for you guys. So before start with this video, I'll request you, if you are interested in the product manager role, or if you are interested in the quantitative analyst or the business analyst or the quality analyst role, or you are interested in the cloud computing or the AI ML role or the other roles, so please do like and subscribe my channel. So I am continuously creating videos on such topic which are hot into the market, and help you to get the job in the IT industry, or to help you to increase your salary in the IT industry. So let's start a discussion on this topic. So let's first topic is for the introduction to the product requirement document. So where we are going to discuss on what is a product requirement document, what is a definition, purpose, and key components, including the role of alignment team and the benefits of clear the requirement. So let's start the discussion. A product requirement document is a comprehensive guide that outline the purpose, features, and functionality of product before the development is begin or before the development will start. So it serves as a blueprint for the entire product life cycle, ensuring that all the stakeholders have a clear understanding of what need to be built and why. The product requirement document typically include the details such as objective, user need, technical specification, and the constraint for a product manager. The PRD is a critical communication tool that bridges the gap between the business goal and the technical execution. It helps align a team, reduce the ambiguity, and provide a single source of truth throughout the development process. By clearly defining requirement upfront, organization can minimize the risks and avoid the scope creep, and deliver product that meet the user expectation and the business objective and the requirement we can achieve within a timeline. So that's the important and the product requirement document. So let's move on the very next slide, that is the importance of product requirement document in a product development. So, where we discuss the ensure the team alignment, clarify the expectation, facilitate the prioritization and planning, and the diverse, effective, and quality. So, the importance of the PRD cannot be overstated in modern product development. It acts as a foundational document that ensure the alignment among the cross-functional team, including the engineering, design, marketing, and the quality assurance. A well crafted product requirement document reduces a misunderstanding by providing clarity on what is expected, why certain decisions are made, and how success will be measured. It also serves as a reference point for resolving conflict and the questions during the development. Further, product requirement document helps in prioritizing the features, managing the timeline, and setting the realistic expectation for the stakeholder. Without a PRD, team risks building a product that fail to meet the user need and achieve the business objective or the business goal, leading to wastage resource and miss the opportunities. In essence, the PRD is a strategic tool that driven the efficiency, accountability, and quality of product that will deliver within the time and within budget, and we can avoid the situation where the scope creep will happen. So let's discuss on the very important and which is the we are looking for. This is the key components of the PRD. So let's start discussion on the essential sections in a PRD. So the sections like overview, objective, user story, functional requirement, non-functional requirement, dependency, and the acceptance criteria and the timelines. So a PRD typically consists of several key sections that collectively define a product vision and the execution plan. These include the overview, a summary of the product, its purpose, and the target audience. Objective, a clear goal that the product aims to achieve and align with the business strategy. Third one is the user story or the use cases, where the scenario that describe how the user will interact with the product and providing the context of feature development. Then the functional requirement, it is and the most important point of the product requirement document. So in a detailed description of features, workflow, and the system behavior or the user stories. Then fifth point is a non-functional requirement where we discuss on the performance, security, scalability, compliance consideration of the product we are going to, for which we are going to write the product requirement document, how that will perform. And then the dependencies. So what are the factors, internal factors or external factor that will depend on the product, or the integration that might impact on the product, or the API integration or the ETL integration, data transformation, how the performance of that. So that dependencies we will write. And then the acceptance criteria, it is and the most important part while we are writing the product requirement document. So condition that must be met for the future feature or the product to be considered a complete. So what are the criteria where we can say that the product is achieve the objective or the goals. And then we will discuss on the 8 point or the last point, which is a timeline and the milestone. So where we discuss on the key date and the key deliverables or all the deliverables to track the progress, or each section play a vital role in ensuring that the product is well defined and executable within a given constraint, or what are the models or the we are delivering each step. So that should be detailedly right in the product requirement document. So let's move on the next slide, guys, which is the best practice assess and the common mistakes while the writing the product requirement document, or and to avoid such the common mistakes. So let's discuss on the best practice and for the writing the PRD. So to create an effective product requirement document, a product manager should follow several best practice, such as the first, keep in document clear and concise and avoiding unnecessary jargons or overly technical language that might confuse a non-technical stakeholder. Or the second, use a visual such as diagram, flowchart, or the wireframe to illustrate the complex ideas and workflows. And third, validate the product requirement document with all relevant stakeholder before deployment begin to ensure the alignment and buy-in for and take a sign off from all the business teams or the senior teams or related to the product. And then the fourth one, and maintain the flexibility by updating the PRD has a requirement involved while presenting the product vision and control of the product requirement while presenting the version control and transparency. Fifth one is the prioritize the requirement based on the user need and the business impact to prevent the scope creep. So understand the scope creep is a situation where we are not able to deploy or deliver the product within a time and within a budget. And I have separate video for scope creep if you uh, gain more knowledge and scope creep. So please watch this video, and definitely interviewer will ask you the question on scope creep. So finally ensure that acceptance criteria are measured and testable, which helps in quality assurance and reduce the ambiguity during the implementation. So that's the best practices writing the uh, product requirement document. So let's move on the next slide, which is the common mistakes to avoid while we are writing the product requirement document. So while drafting a product requirement document, a product manager often make a mistakes that can lead to inefficiency and misalignment of the product. So one common error is overloading the document with excessive detail, which can overwhelm reader and obscure the critical information. And another mistake is failing to define a clear and measurable objective. So they are not able to define a clear and understandable objective, and resulting in ambiguity about what success looks like, and ignoring the edge case and or the alternative user scenario can also lead an incomplete requirement and poor user experience. So additionally, neglecting the stakeholder input during the drafting the process can cause a miscommunication and resistance later. So finally, not updating the PRD if changes occur during the development can rather the document obstacles and increasing the timeline and deliverable. So affecting its purpose as a living reference. So avoiding this pet point ensure the PRD remain valuable tool throughout the product life cycles, and we make sure that we should have the clear and understandable the product requirement document for all the key stakeholder which are the essential for success of that product. So let's move on the sample PRD template and the conclusions for the PRD document. So, a sample PRD template provides a structure format that product manager can adopt to their specific need. The template typically include a section such as product overview, objective, user story, functional and non-functional requirement, dependency, exceptions, criteria, and timelines. Each section should have clear heading and space for detailed description. For example, understand under the functional requirement, list each feature with its purpose, expected behavior, and any relevant diagram. And the acceptance criteria should include the measurable condition for completion, such as a performance benchmark or the user feedback. There should be providing a template, ensure the consistency across the project, and helps the new team member quickly understand and the standard document process that should be understand by the non-technical or the technical person in the simplest way. So let's move on the last slide, which is a conclusion and call to action for the product requirement document. So in a conclusion, a well-structured product requirement document is essential for successful product development. It aligns a stakeholder, reduce the ambiguity, and serve as a roadmap for the entire product success. By following best practice and avoiding the common mistakes while writing the product requirement document, a product manager can create a PRT that drives the clarity, efficiency, and quality of the product. The product requirement document should be treated as a living document and updated as a requirement involved, and it validate regularly with stakeholder. A next step, product manager should adopt a standardize the template and begin the drafting the PRD for upcoming projects. So doing so will enhance the collaboration, minimizing risks, and ensure that product meets both the user need and the business objective. So that's the importance of the product requirement document. And there is the end of the very important topic, which is the product requirement document, guys. So I'll request you, if you are interested on the product manager role in a regtech or fintech or other domain, so please do like and subscribe my channel. I'll creating entire video series for the product manager role in the regtech and fintech, and step by step model I'll cover each step. And the target audience for these course is a business analyst or the compliance profession or the fintech enthusiastic and aspiring product manager, or the BA, ME, MCA, or the MBA student who are looking for the opportunity in the IT industry as a product manager, which is the highest salary paying role. So please do like and subscribe my channel. That will motivate me to create and more such videos for you guys. Once again, thank you so much, guys.